and welcome back to Toy Reviews with Guff. It's another day, and you know what that means. It's another review. Today's review will be on Black Arachnia from the Transformers Kingdom of Cybertron trilogy. There she is, and here we are. So let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna actually take a look at everything real quick. You do get the figure herself from B-Stores. You do get this sticker and card. This one came with Dinobot. On the front here, you do have a holographic sticker of Dinobot. And if you peel this down, if you notice, he is a Predacon, but once you pull this down, he is a Maximal as well. You do have a nice little attack mode Dinobot. Dinobot, all sparkly. You do get the instructions, and then you do also get the box here. And on that box you do have Black Arachnia looking as deceivious as ever in her robot mode. And then on the front you do have Transformers Kingdom of Cybertron trilogy, Hasbro Transformers Generations, and up here does say Takara Tomy, does say Black Arachnia, as I said, and I guess Cybertronian. On the top she is a Predacon, but she also does become a Maximal. She just never does get rid of her Predacon logo. Transformers were for Cybertron again. On the side here you do have the Kingdom artwork, where you have the Autobot leader with Optimus Primal, the Maximal leader, Cheetor, Rat, Tigertron, RC, Bumblebee. And then you do have Dinobot. You also do have Eraser right there. You do also have Rhinox right there, along with Scorponok, Black Arachnia herself, Megatron, Galvatron, the Nemesis, Unicron, and then Beastars Megatron right there. On the back you do have the product pictures, which is in robot mode and beast mode, or in her case insect mode. You do have the spider logo right there as well, along with the Predacon logo there as well. You can transform her in 20 steps. It does say warning, don't eat it. Hasbro Transformers. On the bottom, more words and so forth along with the barcode. But if you look right here at the top of the artwork, you do have her in her Black Widow form. And then if you focus on the background, you do have Dinobot, Waspinator, Scorponok right there. And then on this spot, the Nemesis right there. So that's it for the packaging. Let's move that on out of the way. And let's take a quick look at her. Here we go with Black Arachnia's head sculpt. If you notice, she does have the little red area right there. Let's see here if I can get it to actually focus. There we go. On the center you do have that little Black Widow symbol on her forehead. You do have, kinda hard to see, the Predacon symbol right there. It's not trying to focus. On the chest plate here you do have the spider webbing there on the breastplate. And then the head sculpt is actually pretty much dead on with the CGI head sculpt of Black Arachnia from B-Stores and B-Stores Transmetals. She is done up in like a flat gold with the yellow, black throughout the whole sculpt. A little bit of like a tan brown right there. Some red here for the Black Widow logo. With the shoulders here, you do have the swivel that is on a ball joint. You do have that full 360 spin right there. And then her spider legs is on another little joint in between these two. I guess you can say it's connected by the pegs or mushroom tabs. And then at the elbow, you do have that 90-degree band, and then a little bit further back, as you can see, like a double jointed. The legs right here at the tip is on a ball joint, all 8 of them. Even on this side over here, they're all on a ball joint. The legs, you do have that much of a give, 90 degrees back. And then you do have that 90 degree at knee there. And then you do have that little play right there with the little kneecap. And then the ankles, so the feet, you can go up that far, not too much back. So you have all that, and then you do have where you can have it go in, like so. If you actually look closely, she does have a lot of detail, like in the stomach area, along with all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spiders are supposed to have 8 eyes, but I guess there's 9 here. Some detail right here in the thigh area. Her feet does have the little, looks like armored feet right there. All in all, not a bad representation of black Arachnia, especially from Beastars. Very much dead on how she looks. Let's see exactly how she compares next to the rest of them, shall we? Let's go ahead and bring this back down a little bit. There we go. Here she goes next to Cheetor, which is just like a smudge taller. Here she goes next to the big bot himself, Optimus Primal, who is a Voyager class. She is a deluxe. I'm gonna say Bumblebee. Cheetor is a deluxe class. And then here she goes in front of Dinobot, who is also a Voyager class, like Optimus Primal. And then, just for the heck of it, the leader of the Autobots, leader class, which is more of a Voyager class representation of Optimus Prime from the Siege Earthrise. So there goes 4 not Autobots, but Maximals. 2 of them are former Decepticons. Let's go on ahead and get on to the transformation, shall we? So for the transformation, all we have to do with Black Arachnia here is number 1, take the gun out of her hand, put it to the side, go ahead, turn that head around like a broke her neck, like in a Mortal Kombat. Bring that backpack down from her beast mode. Bring up the part that's folded over. Bring that head down. Go ahead and slightly move this area up just enough to bring that spider head on out. And then squeeze that head on through. Bring that spider head out. Go ahead and grab that chest plate, that breastplate. Pull it up. And it's gonna kinda connect together. At least that's what some of the other channels say. But I normally just leave it like that. Next thing you want to do, right here at this pin right here, grab right at the shoulders where that pin is, and just pull them down. You're gonna see that right there. Turn that shoulder around and push it back up. And what that is gonna do is allow you to change her into her alt mode, which is her beast mode. Bring that up. Bring this section up. It's on a pin right there to let you do that. We're gonna just do like that. With the legs, are gonna do that. And then you're gonna kinda move this around a little bit. Bring the feet around like so. It's gonna kinda click into place. Next thing you're gonna wanna do is actually bring the legs around. I don't know why I always have trouble getting the legs to rotate. I guess because they keep falling back down. There we go. So you're gonna rotate them so that way her 9 eyes that is on her crotch area, I guess you can say, is now to her butt. Make sure that all this kinda goes into place. Like you can tell, like it all smooths out like that. So after you do all that, you're gonna see her creepy face right there. Turn her hands section around, and you're gonna see like how this section is kind of open right there, and then you do have like these little grooves here. Her hands are literally gonna, after you bring the shoulders together like that, you're gonna bring the hands down and around the feet, and you're gonna see these two little pegs. You're gonna kind of peg them into each other's hand like so. Make sure that the shoulders stay together too while doing all this to make everything smooth out like they need to. Now notice with mine, the hands kinda come unpegged from each other. Not too big of a deal. As long as they're very close, you'll have no problem. But that's the other problem, the feet will come unpegged from them. So at this point, just get the spider arms ready, the legs. And there we go. See, like I said, it'll come undone. So just basically hold it all together, like so. Push the legs up. And make sure everything is lined back up. Grab her grappler gun. If you look closely, you'll see 2 peg holes right here in the black area. Right below these yellow. Well above now. You're gonna have the gun, the grapple hook facing her butt, and the tan looking part towards the front. You're gonna take these pegs right here and peg them in. And there we have it. We have Black Arachnia as a spider. Now in her beast mode, you do have the ball joints and the spider legs, just in the top half though, but no of the movement really. But you can have her in different like gimmicks with the spider fern. If you want to have her, like, if you can find like a string or something to act like web to come in from above her, you can have her like how she does in the TV series, from Beast Wars. I don't know how they're gonna have her doing in Kingdom though, but you can have her stringing up on her cobweb. Or you can have her acting like she is attacking somebody like Dinobot here. Like have her up a certain way and act like she's attacking him if you can have her propped up correctly. Trying to see if I can or not. Like that. But then she'll end up being top heavy for Dinobot. But the detail though, with the spider fern, the beast mode, is very, very nice, especially for it being a deluxe. You do have 2, 4, 6, 8 eyes right there. You do have the little mandibles right there. You do have the iconic Black Widow-like logo. You do have the, I guess you can say, the big butt of a spider that would be like a female spider, always with the big backside. You do have the very pointy legs, and it is hard to see, but she does have a lot of detail in the legs, along with the back part right there. There's like fur look almost, kind of like how Optimus Prime fur is for his gorilla mode, ape mode. One problem is how the gun will just keep falling off if you're not careful. So how does she scale with the rest of them? Well, let's take a quick look, shall we? So, let's see how she scales with the others, shall we? So Black Arachnia here. How she scales with Cheetah here. They're kinda like, head-wise he's taller, but body-wise they're roughly about the same height, I guess. If you bring her legs out, they're roughly the same length, but she has this young fella beat when it comes to being wider, like the spider she is. So let's move him. Here she goes next to the Voyager class Dinobot, the Raptor with Honor. As you can see, he is much longer, much taller. You have to remember, she is a deluxe class. He's a Voyager class. So, with that being said, there's gonna be some major scale-wise differences. But, just like with Cheetah, she is much wider, as you can see. So let's bring her back down here. and bring in the big bot himself, Optimus Primal, the leader of the Maximals. Oh yeah, I forgot. Like I said, she might not have a lot of rotation with her beast mode. Like, not that much movability, not with her head, not with the back end, but with her legs though. Like, if you angle the legs right, hoo-hoo. Talk about getting ready to kill that fool that tries to mess with that spider. Let's move him out of the way. See what I mean? Like, you can have her angled up correctly just to attack. Like, beyond the attack. But how she sizes up with Big Bot. And then, last but not least, Optimus Prime, which is a leader class due to the trailer. And I mean, that could be a scene from Eight-Legged Freaks movie right there. Classic old movie. Like, Detroit, Eight-Legged Freak, people going crazy because of how big the spiders are in the movie. I mean, not bad. But there we go with the size comparison. Like, if you wanted to fit her up in the trailer, you wouldn't be able to. But all in all, very, very much worth the money. Like, you can have her act like she's coming off the truck. Like, yeah. Ooh. We're going up the truck. Like, very, very much posability with the spider from, like, the beast mode. You can do a lot of decent actual poses with it. I'm actually quite surprised about the posability. Like, compared to, like, the original, which was just this big, blocky spider, this is actually very decent representation of the Spider Lady that Silverhawk actually fell in love with. With his silly butt. No, not Silverhawk, Silverbolt. There we go. Silverbolt's silly old butt. With his silly old goofy ways. I wonder if they're actually coming out with Silverbolt for this lineup. I mean, they have Cheetor, Optimus Primal, Dinobot. I mean, you can't have Black Arachnia without Tarantulas and Silverbolt. So hopefully they'll bring them to out too here soon. So with all that being said, I hope you all have a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good night. And don't let the eight-legged freaks come and get you. Have a good one, have a blessed one, and above all, enjoy.